The following program is sponsored by Tropical Acres Steakhouse.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim-flam sauce with the awesome bay, with shafafa on the side.
Oh, whoa! Welcome everybody to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox, and we've gone from 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds here, Defo and Lubie. We're at Grampa's Cafe, Bagel, Bakery, Deli in Dania Beach, my hometown again. Sorry, guys. But
45 minutes to get here, Mayo, just to accommodate your desire to eat lox on the house. Unbelievable.
But look at what awaits you when you come to Grampa's Bakery, and or actually now it's called Grampa's Cafe. Dania Beach, just off of Federal Highway, just south of Dania Beach Boulevard. There are friends here, the two Marks brothers, both of them are in the house. Mark Freed is going to join us in a couple of minutes. Mark Goldberg is back in town. He came flying in with the rest of the snowbirds from Long Island.
Time out, though.
Yeah.
What is that?
Okay.
That's turkey and liver?
That?
Yes. And this is what
now, is that a popular thing among the people,
let's see if I get the link. I want to get the Facebook group on board.
Is that a special request? Because it really looks odd, that liver smear.
Do they offer this?
Okay, hold on
or
one second.
Or is this something Mike Mayo grew up, his
Give
mother
me a second. But go ahead. Start ragging on my choice of food.
Well, a turkey sandwich is great. I mean,
I don't mind turkey.
I'm honestly, Lubie, you've been Jewish your whole life, as I have. And you would think that this had Jewish inclinations and sensibilities to it, but I've never heard of putting liverwurst on a turkey sandwich.
It's not liverwurst, my friend. Okay, and first of all, welcome to everybody on Let's Eat South Florida, 91,000 strong. I hope you guys are doing well today on this Tuesday. We're here at Grampa's in Dania Beach. Jeff Defo DeForest, Mike Lubie Lubitz. Everybody's a little stressed out this morning, but we've been hit and surrounded by food.
No stress. This is great.
Well, he's stressed.
I'm stressed.
Speak for yourself.
Lubie
is in the middle of like house moving hell.
Yes.
And we've all been there.
I realize, though, and this is the advantage of being old, none of it matters. I mean, you could flip out. You could take it calmly. I mean, you may as well just have a good time with it.
On a little dot in the middle of this vast nothingness. It's all meaningless, but boy, am I happy to be here today. And don't worry about it.
This is
Lubie,
all you.
It's all going to work out.
But that's all you.
But okay, so now
what do we have here?
It's time you can start bashing me. We got the typical
traditional.
That looks great.
This they call the Hollywood platter here, and they have the best. They
gorgeous.
use the smoked salmon from Acme Smokehouse in Brooklyn, which is the best.
I mean,
but this they got a platter.
Is that all salmon there? Or is that covering
I don't know.
Something?
There must be things underneath it, but they got
unbelievable.
salmon and capers, and they've got the little other schmears here. The cream cheese. They've got some. It looks like avocado. Like
it's like a
guacamole-ish type substance, and then they've got
hummus.
A hummus.
Yeah.
So for you chickpea lovers, and all these things are spreadable.
Food.
They got a whole bagel platter.
I like to touch with the grape.
Freed brought out. He insisted that we try this golden raisin challah French toast.
Interesting.
Challah. I love French toast, and I think Lubie's going to have a bite of that. And then this was our conversation piece for today.
Okay,
and I'm gonna reach over, hopefully not spill my coffee.
That's all you, so you can smear it up any way you want.
All right, so let's talk about this.
Yeah.
It's not liverwurst. It's chopped liver.
Chopped liver. Okay, big difference.
Chopped chicken liver.
All right.
Okay, and one of the things that I remember growing up in Brooklyn when I would go to various delis, my dad sometimes would have a liver and turkey sandwich. Maybe I'm making that up. Somebody had it.
I never heard of it. Never heard of it.
You've never heard turkey and liver. Some people do brisket and liver, but too heavy on the heart. The dark meat, but when you have the white meat turkey, which is kind of a somewhat healthier alternative.
No, that part looks great.
There's a lot of salt in it, but it's good.
And then you have the liver, and instead, some people put Russian dressing on this. I don't know about the Russian dressing with the liver. I just do straight up.
I could live without the liver. Let's put it that way.
Straight up. And look
all
at
the
this.
things that
They packed this into a triple decker
Oh, geez,
sandwich.
going right for it, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
I gotta throw this
That's
out
as
here.
thick as a brick.
It's a very,
Oh
very,
my God! Can I duck here? I don't want to be in the way.
The jaw.
Yeah.
And I put a little
That thing's
tomato
going to go
and
squirting
onion.
out all over the
It
place.
is.
Let me
It
move
looks
back
like
a
it's
little
getting a little squishy on the side.
Yeah.
I'm going to go in. I'm going to give you the one bite
Yeah, go
review.
for it.
Everybody knows the rules.
No, I'm running for
Try
cover
to
here,
eat as
Mayo.
much as I can.
Let's see.
At Grampa. This is the turkey chopped liver, tomato, and onion on rye bread.
You know, it's good. Nobody's paying attention. They're all so happy
No,
with
they
the
don't
food they
care.
have.
I
That oh my God,
You just ate it.
that's
No,
got to be a
squirted
world
everywhere.
record for gap of mouth
Because it's
to
good, he's
put a
pounding it.
sandwich on. I mean, it can't be pleasant to eat it that way, though, Michael. I mean, come on. You're a food critic of some distinction. Obviously, 5 years with the Sun Sentinel, and now Let's Eat South Florida, 91,000 strong. And yet, you literally eat like a barbarian, man.
Well,
It's unbelievable.
And I want people to understand this. He's
Are you
not
finished
getting
with that
this.
so I can move back into the show? Okay.
He didn't get this because their menu's small. He got this because their menu's so vast that they will accommodate whatever the heck this is here at Grandpa's. They have all your
All right,
favorites as well.
We're going to talk to Freed about this because I don't think this is
I
such
wouldn't
an
talk to anybody about it
I've never
combination.
heard of
except
it.
your psychiatrist.
I'm
Which, by the way, they listen about as much as the people in customer service at the New York Post. They're paying as much attention to your rant as any schmank
oh my
that you
God.
could call. And
Are
just
you having
unload on.
delivery problems?
What's that?
Are you
no,
having
he
delivery
completed my
problems?
all
with the
morning.
wife?
I was, but actually, right after I was complaining about this on the show, I opened the door, and yesterday's and today's posts were there. So
There you
That's
go.
his fault.
it saved me that distress call, but I realized that it would be the same as talking to a psychiatrist. They're just unloading on this person. But this, I think, this requires some help. I mean, some mental issues are involved here.
Okay,
Too
so
much
this
of an
is a-
attachment to your dad. I mean, do you really find that to be an appealing dish?
First of all, I do really, as a food person,
You really dig it. All right,
as a food lover,
that's fair.
and my rule of thumb is you don't knock it till you tried it. Would
That's
you
true.
like to have
No,
this other
no,
half of the
that is,
sandwich?
that's
I
a
didn't even
no-go for
touch
me.
it or run my fingers.
If I had less
through
to do today,
You
I
can consume
would.
it all.
I can't afford to get ill, so
It's not going to make you
I'm
ill.
just
This
gonna
is-
leave it
This
today.
is tremendous liver, and I brought the chopped liver in.
Oh, I'm sure it's great.
I'm sure it's
yeah.
amazing,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying.
And the turkey and liver combo. I don't know. People chime in on the chat line. We can't really see it
We're not
because when we
chatting
do
right
these
now.
remote shows.
Yeah.
But am I crazy? Am I the one?
I think
that's,
so. I've come to that conclusion that there's a missing link there, and we're
Now,
not sure which
I
one it is.
tend to eat in extremes. I mean, like last night. It seems like the Let's Eat group, the new Pepe's Pizza opened. Of course, we were there last Friday. We had a great time.
Now, was that thing called a red pie? Because somebody put something up about Pepe's
They
Pizza.
call it tomato pie. Tomato
okay.
pie.
Because I said, I thought the red pie was excellent. And, the guy was sort of critical and was saying they'll have to work out the kinks. I thought the kinks were already worked
Well, that
out
was
at that
great.
place. But, and I'd never had the red pie, now called the tomato pie. And that's what happened. I guess somebody did put the correction there. But I thought it was called a red pie because that's the way they label
No,
it.
in New Haven, they call it kind of a
was
classic
very nice.
New
Yeah,
Haven
yeah, very
tomato pie. And that's where it's the thin crust New Haven style pizza in the coal-fired oven. They cook it till it's charred, not burnt, but it has those blackened edges. And the tomato pie, they just ladle on the beautiful tomatoes that they have grown and canned for them, especially in
Did
Italy.
you think they weren't ready, though? I mean, it seemed like everything came
No,
out.
they
It
were
was
ready.
They
great.
did a
Yeah.
good job.
But at the tomato pie, they just do a slight sprinkling
Yeah.
of the pecorino romano cheese and not covered in mozzarella. You could get it with the mozzarella for $6 more, but the tomato pie is a classic.
It had
Wade
to taste
does
the
it.
cheese in there, and that was just about
No,
right.
just a little
Yeah,
sprinkle
yeah,
of
yeah,
it.
it was
And Wade does the same thing at Pizza Spot.
Oh, he
Now,
does.
this is going to be the interesting battle.
Does he call it the tomato pie also?
Yeah, he calls it just
Okay.
he
That's
calls
just
it
what it is.
he
It's like
just
a
he
thing.
calls it actually they call it a I think he calls it like a light cheese pizza where it's just like mainly sauce and a
Yeah.
little of the sprinkled grated cheese, and he calls his other one a mozzarella pie. Everybody in New Haven has their own nomenclature. I don't even know. But the bottom line is, so we've got now two great spots for New Haven pizza in Broward. There's another couple up in Palm Beach County. They got Nick's Pizza in Boca. They got Abit's up in Delray Beach. Going to be in Delray Beach tonight
Yeah.
with Dixteen, and at the Warren. That's another thing. But now there's going to be a little bit of a competition, maybe a Pat's versus Geno's things. Which do you like better? Do you like the pizza spot?
It's not the same, though, because they're not right across the street from each
No,
other.
that's
No,
like
true.
they're
in
not, and they
Philadelphia,
feel
yeah.
different. I don't know. Something about them felt a
Yeah.
little
You
different.
see,
Which
I
works
thought they
for
were
me,
very
like-
different. I really did.
Which works for me.
I
I
like
think that's
both.
good.
I actually, I would have to say that I prefer the Pizza Spot pizza to
I
what we
prefer
had
the
at
price
Pepe's.
there.
Although
A little bit,
there was
sure.
nothing wrong with Pepe's, it was outstanding.
It's good.
But I kind of like. I mean, there was just like a little more sort of flavor and sort of an old school type of feel to the pizza spot
Well, we love
that I
Pizza
enjoyed.
Spot
Yeah,
because they've been on board with us for a while. And
well, not just because they're
for
sponsored
me,
the show, but
I was love at first bite for me there because
Yeah.
also wait his sauce.
I think their veggie pizza, which is not a big favorite of yours, but I think it's fantastic there. It's the best veggie pie I've had anywhere in South Florida.
And he
at the
sautés
pizza
his
spot.
vegetables. He uses the mixed
Yeah.
red and
Right.
yellow peppers, the sweet peppers, not just the hot and spicy peppers. And he has sautéed mushrooms. And it's funny because they're both New Haven style of pizza in that they char them. They get that good char.
A little different approach.
But different ovens.
Yeah.
One uses charcoal, which makes for a drier, crisper, cracker-like crust almost at Pepe's, which has its devotees. And then Wade is using wood. He's using Florida oak in a brick wood-burning oven.
Yeah.
Makes for a little bit of
You can tell
moisture.
the difference, no
and
doubt
it
about
actually
it.
makes for a little bit spongier and I think kind of a chewier crust,
Yeah.
which I happen to love.
I like
I
better.
did like that.
And that's what I'm saying. Everybody can have their preferences, but
Variations
it's all
on a
good.
theme. It's okay. You know what? Both places are fine. I would say that my personal preference would be the pizza spot,
Well,
but if I ended
and
up getting another one of those pies at Pepe's,
I'm sure it'll be
Look,
good.
I'd be
Pepe's
fine
you're
with
paying
that. Yeah,
for
yeah.
the reputation, the name, the history. It's a much bigger operation. It's now
Different approach.
franchised. They seem to know what they're doing. And to get
no,
back
they
to
were
your
great.
point,
Yeah,
For
no,
just
they were
opening
fine.
or not even open
for
yet.
opening day to the public yesterday, and we had like 6 posts on Let's Eat, and it seemed like 5 of them were positive and 1 was
One
and-
guy gave it a meh.
Which is
And
fine.
that's good. They're going to do what they do. They're going to have people who love it, and they're going to have people that don't love it so much. But that's why that's the whole point and beauty of food. You go check it out yourself, try it. I do know one thing: the value-wise, Pizza Spot can't be beat because I was looking at the prices at Pepe's.
It's a little
Like
high.
their basic cheese pie for a large was like $24,
Yeah, it's
and at
crazy.
Pizza Spot you still get it for like 16.
That's
so,
a beautiful thing.
but again, Wade's overhead, it's just him and Reese and one worker, and he makes every pie with his own hands. Which is one of the things I love. I love when you get that real.
Well,
true
as
mom and pop
evidenced
deal.
by the way you eat. I mean,
Well, what I was gonna say
yeah,
is,
Lubie's got one.
it's not a criticism. It's not a
Yeah.
criticism. Again, I enjoy both places. You guys talk about this all the time. Slice places. Like I grew up,
Right.
even your pizza place has other dishes, and it's funny. Defo asked the granddaughter, the
No,
face,
they're just doing.
and he asked me, and because we just assumed they had the other things, because most Italian places have
They
They
have
most
usually find
salad.
something.
They
They have
only have pizza and the
and
salad.
they have dessert. Now, will they eventually have to bend to the will of
Because South Florida, it's
of
different.
South Florida? They're going to get pelted with about 20 requests a day. Is where's your chicken parm?
Yep.
Where's your chicken?
That was
parm?"
my thing.
That's what
is
people want: chicken parm subs and chicken parm platters, or just something besides
Something
the
else.
pizza, meatballs. Which Wade and Pizza
Wade
Spot
does
so
have,
you got to
exactly.
give him the edge there. Look, and it's not a competition.
And Wade's got
Everybody's-
the Caesar salad
well,
and other
everybody's
stuff.
got their own niche and their own neighborhood and all that stuff. I say welcome to Pepe's.
Yeah, it
it
was
was
good.
great
I
to
liked
have
it.
him on board. I love the tomato pie there.
Yeah.
And I also love and appreciate everything else.
No,
that
they
a
were
lot-
very efficiently run, though. I
Yeah.
mean, for the guy to
the
say that they
service was
weren't
great.
ready to go,
Now-
I thought that was a mistake.
Wade is very
Yeah.
amenable, and it seems like Pepe's has more of they have their menu and things
Yeah.
in place because that's their systems. And
Almost 100 years.
Wade will do things, but you know what he won't do?
The clam pie.
No, he won't put the
Oh,
chopped
liver. I mean, nobody should. I'm
He won't
amazed.
put chopped
The
liver
two marks,
on
this
the
is an
sausage.
embarrassment, I'm sure, for them that they had to
No, they're gonna
accommodate
talk,
you.
and
And
I'm
there's like
gonna-
a giant raw slice of onion there, which will not be beneficial for anybody that sits to the immediate side of Mike Mayo on the show. All right, so now you're coming in here and telling me that that's great. Would you prefer one or the other? Do you have to have the combination,
No,
the
you can
chopped
have
liver
just
and
a-
the turkey?
You can have just chopped liver on.
You should
rye bread.
have Lubie sample the coleslaw. He's a coleslaw expert, by the way. That's
I
his
do
I'll
love
send him
good
a coleslaw.
coleslaw.
one of his
I do
areas of
love a
expertise is
good
coleslaw.
There we go.
I have a funny one for you, Mike Mayo, if
Go
you can
ahead.
tolerate me for here a second, because
I'm going in.
you know
for more.
you are
We
particularly
are.
evil when it comes to the mention of the name Hormel. All right, which I respected.
Almost fine.
Hormel chili, not
chili's
exactly the stuff that you're going to find at some health food store or a GNC, but. Anyway, so the other day I'm in Publix, and the Mustang likes to buy this product where they already made the mashed potatoes, but they're not frozen, and they're in like a little plastic tray, and they have a plastic covering on them, and they're usually just like basic mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
So saving, having to make it yourself, she just buys it like that once in a while. All right, so I see what looked like a BOGO at Publix. It looked like it was 2 for $6. No, yeah, it was 2 for $6. And I'm thinking, well, how much is this stuff usually? I'm not sure. But it turned out that was like a sale price. And one of the things I picked up arbitrarily, thinking it was just mashed potatoes, was a loaded mashed potato made by Hormel. Now, my first reaction was, oh, bleep, rhymes with Zid. I can't believe I'm going to try, I'll try it just before I throw it out.
Yeah.
I have to say, Mike Mayo, this was so good. It wasn't funny. It was the best thing of mashed potatoes I ever had. Loaded mashed potatoes by Hormel in a little tray at Publix.
I would love to see this product and look at the ingredient list.
You don't
see
wanna
how
know
many
that.
No, you know what?
additives
You know what's
and
funny?
preservatives and-
They are claiming that it's very much all natural, which I would have to say it had to be close to it.
I like that word claiming.
No, because they were using real potatoes and real ingredients
I'll look
and
at the
all of the stuff they
ingredient
put in
list.
there.
Was it in cellophane? Like,
Was
was it in a
like
little
one of those
dish?
plastic, one of those old plastic things?
Yep.
You could have microwaved it, which I did. Not the whole thing, but I took a little portion out. It was fantastic. Hormel loaded mashed potatoes, fantastic.
You get it all here
100%
on the
positive
Lunchbox.
review. All signs point to negative. It was like the Bears game last night. No way you could have bet the Bears. I mean, they're horrible. But sure enough, they win by like 30
Double
points
digits,
over the Patriots, getting 8.5. No way you would think that this was any good. It was great.
Well, there's a surprise.
I know you're stunned. I know you're
I'm
stunned.
kind of
And you should be. You should be
Any
stunned.
Hormel product is usually not a friend of mine. But
Right.
like I said, I will try anything once. So I'm going to go in and
Did
look at my
somebody new
local
take
Publix.
over Hormel and they're all natural now?
Hopefully, my Publix will actually give me 2 and not just 1 and short me
Give you
like they
half
did
a
with
one.
my chicken, my
Yeah,
fried
don't
chicken.
be bitter
the other
now.
day.
Don't
No.
carry this bitterness.
My mother was very concerned. She said, Publix is going to, they're going to see that. They're going to not let you in. I don't know what she was. She was
You
a
should
little
be banned from
upset.
Publix for the
That's a
things
whole
you've said
nother
about
thing,
them. I
but
mean,
that's not
there's
I've
no
been
doubt
ragging
about it.
on them this week.
I was
the way you've
pitching
been
them to
ragging
become a
on the
major
New York-
sponsor, but you know,
Title sponsor.
all of a
Believe
sudden they're
me.
not returning my emails or texts.
They're not going to be sponsoring us.
Okay, so let me ask you.
with our
With
proclivities.
this,
All
I
right, let's
usually
get
do
into this
syrup.
stuff here at Grampa.
Is really no syrup just because they want us to taste.
Take a bite of that already,
toast?
Lubie.
You know
I mean,
what, Lubie, do you have a knife there?
I have everything. I
do
don't.
you
I
need to,
just
do you need to
usually
go
do
butter or
on
syrup
French
on
toast.
that? I mean, what's the
I
deal?
usually do syrup. That's what I'm
Okay,
asking.
well,
We don't have
let's
syrup.
take one bite without the syrup.
It's fine with the raisins.
And then
I'm
we'll
sure it
get
has
the
a nice
syrup in
flavor.
the house after the first break when we come and
Let's
joined
make
by
sure I
Mark
get
Freed,
raisins.
co-owner,
You want some
and
raisins?
he'll take us through all these dishes. Oh, and the liver's coming back a little bit now, but
I noticed it. Yeah,
Oh my
Jesus.
God, Mayo, I can smell it.
Unbelievable, man.
Oh,
People
jeez.
think it's easy to do these shows. We just go to places and stuff our faces, but
no, this is kind of like it's it's some sort of sport, bizarre competition. I mean, I'm no Joey Chestnut, but I haven't seen Joey Chestnut put down one
Chestnut
of these.
would not even attempt to eat that.
So I think that
I
was
don't
on
think-
purpose because, and as my wife, who's the only human I've ever met who doesn't like syrup, this doesn't need syrup. I would add it.
Yeah.
It actually does not need it.
Okay,
It has
we're
a
gonna
really
talk
good
to Mark
flavor
'cause
without it.
I think he calls this golden raisin challah. I
That's
see
amazing.
some regular raisins. I don't know if
that's
there's
amazing.
golden
And
raisins.
in the
powdered
tradition of
sugar.
casino, there's an even amount of raisins all throughout the
You
bread.
gotta
Yes,
like
yes,
the
yes.
even
Yeah.
distribution of things. Yeah, you know what? We'll get.
You didn't dive into any of this.
No, well,
There's
first
a
of all,
stack of
you can't-
bagels
this
here.
is
Come
the-
on,
the
Michael.
key is like this is breakfast. They call this appetizing. You know the fishes and the spreads, the smoked fish.
No, what's
and
something
the
like that
bagels.
run? I mean,
Here, probably
normally, what
in
would you
the
expect to pay? Because
$20
that looks
neighborhood,
wonderful.
$22
That's all?
neighborhood.
This
Yeah.
could feed
You know,
a couple
well,
people.
this
I
is
think.
a lot
That's,
of
that's
blocks.
top of the line logs.
more
there.
than
They have
that.
these platters here where they serve it with a couple of bagels, and they have it with the onions and the cucumbers and the
Oh,
tomatoes.
actually, with all the
and
bagels, I didn't think
very,
about that.
they do a very lovely
There's
job
probably
here.
4 or 5
They
people.
have different kinds of mixed platters. I think this is the Hollywood. They have a Dania Beach.
I think
all
they're
kinds of
sliced,
good
Defo, so
stuff.
you could have just taken a half of one.
Now
I tried one of
Defo's
their
turning
bagels. Yeah,
it.
yeah,
He's like
yeah.
turning
But they're
it-
sliced.
turning
Oh,
it
he's
to-
just
and
eating it by
eating
itself,
plain. Why
okay.
don't you give it a smear through the
I mean, there's cream
the
cheese
cream
here.
cheese? You could put it
There's
on a
every
little
spread
plate.
known to man.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have. You know what? I'm not gonna
He's
do
been
anything
around you
'cause I'm
too
gonna knock
much.
things
He's
over.
around you too.
This might be a good time to take our first break, but first I'll put in the good word for Tropical Acres.
Yes,
We're
please.
here in Dania. Yeah, I know you guys rag on me. That seems like a lot of our remotes
It's
and a
not
lot of
seems
our
like, it's not
sponsors
seems
are
like.
here clustered near my home base. It happens to be that because there's a lot of great food near me,
That's true.
and we are going to be
Oh, it's good.
branching out and hopefully doing remotes from everywhere. We're going to be Wicked Cheesesteaks later this week. That's up in Fort Lauderdale. We're
Looking
gonna be
forward to that, man. I don't know. Do we bug the
Brian.
Brian for the Lobster roll again?
I don't
Well,
know.
we're
Or
gonna
is,
say
or is
lobster
that
mac
being
and
too much of a
cheese.
schnorrer?
Lobster mac and cheese, something
I
that
want to
they're
try
big on.
some of the
But
new
anyways,
dishes there.
Oh, the
We'll be at
lobster
Wicked
mac and cheese.
Steaks.
Oh, my
yeah, I
God.
want to try
Yeah,
some
yeah.
of the other. Yeah, the
That's
mac
gonna be
and
good.
cheese dishes.
but Tropical
And,
Maybe a
and you're
Acres.
at the
couple of
boat show?
subs.
How are you going to get into the boat show
Oh,
tomorrow?
so the boat show tomorrow. We're not actually going to be on the boat show property because it's too insane there.
Okay.
What we're going to do
Where are we, in the
with
parking lot?
Neki Mohan and the Visit Lauderdale crew, no, we're going to get that boat show theme. We're going to be the place where people can dine and dock near the boat show. And our old friend Buddy Sherman at Southport Raw Bar.
Nice.
We're going to go back to Southport
Oh, nice.
with Nikki. And that, if you're trying to spotlight a place for the Chamber of Commerce or the Convention and Visitors Bureau, I think Southport qualifies because that's a Fort Lauderdale treasure.
One of your
icon.
favorites.
One of my favorites. Great
Your
raw
man,
bar stuff.
Shandell Richardson. He loves it.
Down there. He's the mayor of the 17th Street Causeway. But anyway, Tropical Acres. Today is Tropical Acres Tuesday on the Lunchbox. It's also half price Monday, Tuesday wine, half price wine. And you go to Tropical Acres, you're going to get yourself a great meal, great value, tremendous hospitality from the Studiali family. They are open every day. They are at 2500 Griffin Road, just west of the airport on I-95 in Dania Beach. And you can go online to tropicalacres.com to check out all their latest specials and upcoming events. They do have stone crabs in the house available for takeout and bring it back home because they have the butcher shop open that sells steaks and seafood. The medium stone crab claws are in. They're a little pricey this year, but they're always going to do the best job to get it to you for the least amount of money. Tropical Acres, go there, tell them that the Lunchbox sent you.
I always love seeing Jack there, Jack Studiali, because as
he's
you say,
great.
the man just exudes class. And I never forget, I can still hear it in my head from 41 years ago when I moved here. And an innovation at the time was on TV. That was like one of the original pay channels. And on that channel was, of course, Bob Savage, the race caller at Calder, and Let's See the Races was one of like two programs they aired. And there was Sam Studiali. You had Bob Savage extolling the virtues of Tropical Acres all the way back then, and they'd already been in existence like 30 years, which is incredible. And they maintain that same great tradition. So, spectacular place, Tropical Acres. And I'm glad you're a big fan of the place because I've always been a fan of Tropical Acres as well. So, more coming. Now, what else is coming here? The knish? What are we looking
I know
for
you're
here?
angling for
knish
the
is on the way.
knishes.
No, I
We have
love
to have
that.
a knish
That
for
was
you.
fantastic.
And Mark Fried, we'll be back to chat with him from
beautiful.
Grandpa's in
Okay.
Dania Beach after these words.
People come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans. For 30 years, they've been doing a great job. The original location, West Side, 3303 Sheridan Street, just across from TY Park in Hollywood. Then there's the East Side location, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. You go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the blackened grilled wings, and of course, the kitchens are open late in both locations. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent. Looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more? Go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6. The early bird special runs from 4:30 to 5:30, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Hey, it's Mike Mayo. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a good bagel with Nova or some matzo ball soup, homemade knishes, or a great deli pastrami sandwich on rye, you know where I go? Grandpa's Cafe in Dania Beach. It's been around a long time, an institution, but a little over a year ago, a pair of New Yorkers came in, bought it, and refurbished the place. It's beautiful, and they are now serving great breakfast, brunch, lunch. They've got the omelets, they've got eggs Benedict, they've got all kinds of great baked goods like rugelach. Grandpa's is just off Federal Highway on Southwest 1st Street in Dania Beach. It's open 7 days. Go in there, tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Go in there on a Wednesday. They got buy one, get one on cheesesteaks from 5 to 8 p.m. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
And we're back on the Lunchbox here at Grandpa's Cafe in Dania Beach. Walking distance from me, nothing I'm rubbing it in Defo. Sorry about the traffic. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah,
It's
no,
road
it was
show
wild.
week.
45 minutes down here. For
Let me ask you a question. Did you take 95 or US
No, I
1?
went US one.
How long have you been?
You know what? It's actually better US one a lot of the
I'm
time.
not asking for
That's
this.
good.
Ask the question.
Well, I mean, you're going to put me on trial like you're very shit here, but the truth is, it's usually a much easier way to go.
How long have you been?
Go to West. I mean, if it's the same amount of time, I'm
What
prefer
week
going
is
US
this?
one. Yeah.
What do we know about Brooklyn?
I don't think we can tell you that. I mean,
Obviously not if you take Federal Highway through Fort Lauderdale in the middle of Brooklyn. It ain't going to work. Tomorrow, you're going to have the original time.
well, I think I'd go 595. See how that
95, 75, and up to take that Frank food. The Norman Schwartz called Frank food. Holy shit. Remember Schwartz?
Oh, yeah.
First Gulf War? He
Let's
did the
go.
Frank. He was battling right up to
We dove in,
Saudi Arabia.
dove into Iraq the way you dove into that liverwurst sandwich.
I think we'll finally join my
Hey.
man. Oh, there's a big review right here. Come get the headset on. Come join us. Stay a while. Hold still. We got Frank. We got Mark Free. Who's that? Oh, we got two of them.
Oh, look
we
at
got-
Billy
we got
Mike.
there.
Yeah,
All right, we
come
got
on, bro.
Mark
Let's go.
Brothers. Yeah, you know what? I guess people give up his headset for a second because I'm going to be the meat in the middle of a Mark Brothers sandwich here. It's going to be making on the turkey club. Well, yeah. No, okay, yeah, Mantle and Maris. Here we go. All right, let's get the headset on. We'll get
Mantle and Maris.
Jimmy Maris.
There we
Go
go.
left. Go left. All right, so we're here at Grandpa's Cafe and in Dania Beach. I'm joined to my right is Mark Freed. To my left is Mark Goldberg, a couple of New York bagel store veterans. And welcome back to you, Mark Goldberg. You, I guess, up north for the summer months. How's it feel being back in all good? All good. All good. All right. Well, thanks
And I'm glad to have him back too.
yeah, gives this guy a little bit more time. Looks like he's spending a little time on the golf course.
I did.
That's good. That's the beauty of hard living. All right, so tell us a little bit. First of all, Defo is bragging on me because of this sandwich that I created. He says he's never seen it and that he would never eat it. Am I crazy or isn't like chopped liver and turkey a thing? Or
It is, baby.
It's a state deli, quantity deli.
Yeah,
What is liver? Isn't there a sandwich, one of those
there's liver worse.
different names with liver on it, with turkey?
Oh, it has a special like
I don't know.
celebrity name.
There's another one like.
What do you think? Do you eat like turkey and liver or brisket and liver?
No, I never did that together, but I like liver. But I can eat liver. But I never put turkey and liver together.
You haven't?
I
'Cause
have.
you have. I grew up eating it. I don't know. Like I love sometimes just having a turkey sandwich dressing or any kind of mayo on my turkey, I think like the liver gives it a little bit of a fat, a little bit of flavor, and with the tomato and the onion, it's a perfect. It's a perfect sandwich. With the pickle and coleslaw.
That's we're gonna name that the Mayo sandwich.
Yeah. So Defo made a face. He doesn't like it so much, but that's okay.
Did he try it? Didn't even try it.
No, I
know
told him
he
you can't knock it until you try it. He says he didn't want to try it. That's a baby like that. Ruby said he would try it at least.
That's why we brought Mantle in.
That's right. Went to the bullpen for the designated hitter or something like that.
I don't think he ever was a designated.
Were you guys Yankees fans, or are you crushed, or where are you at now?
I'm a baseball fan, but I'm crushing UFC watch.
Oh no, I mean I'm a Mets fan.
I'm a Mets fan.
That was worse.
That was worse.
Yeah.
Losing 3 in a row in Atlanta, that was pretty bad. And we got just have to lick our wounds with some more lox and cream cheese. Tell me about this platter. What's this one?
I know. Is that another
That's a
Mayo
Hol- that's a
platter?
Hol-
I don't know
that's a
what's going on
Hollywood
here.
It's a Hollywood. Okay. Yep. We got
Hollywood.
look at that. We got chocolate brown creams. We got cream soda. We got black cherry soda. Diet. Okay. You think I need a diet soda with all this? So yeah. So what's on the Hollywood platter?
It's Novolok, lettuce, tomato, onion, guacamole, hummus,
Cucumbers. Orange.
Look, this is on the menu. You got like
Yes.
your beach
Then
platter.
you beat has simple. You have the block.
Right. And yeah, it's great to have all these kind of combo platters.
Yeah, that's a nice spot of people. Very nice.
Good. And Reed, what do we got here? You insist I have the
Yeah, it's our new thing. We just started making golden raisin olive French toast.
Okay.
See how it goes.
Is it like I guess it's a little bit sweet, so you don't necessarily need the syrup.
No, wait.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
love
all right, we'll get some syrup, but I'm gonna eat it just plain. Oh yeah. Got the nice crunch. Got the raisin flavor.
Fresh Van Holland.
Good
nice
stuff. Oh, and here comes the knish platter for people. That's his special.
Love knishes.
Now I got my mouth full. Go ahead, Pete. So guys, looking forward to a
good.
big
Try
season. I assume
Try that.
things have started picking up once the Jewish holidays are over, and
we
now
have
we
the boat
see.
show
That's
this
pretty
week.
good. That was pretty good. I never had that.
Oh, this
First time I tasted it.
oh, you gotta have some liver.
It goes that way.
So-
You give that to Mickey.
At Grandpa's, you guys are what? Open 7 days, right? And
365.
you guys are open for breakfast and lunch. We close about 3 o'clock. Right? 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Come in, grab if you want anything specific. Come in, grab a go.
Yeah, and as we get into season, we'll find more and more things to add.
No, but anything else that you want to tell the fine people what's going on here? Anything?
No, I'm almost ready to eat.
Why not? Yeah, sure. So yeah, no, it's always a pleasure. And let's talk about the conditions. That's the thing that
Before you get to the conditions, I want everybody to know that this guy here has been rolling bagels all week.
really, and these are
Yeah,
the minis in the house.
he can roll.
He's a roller. He's a roller. He's a roller.
Roller,
And
Those are nice minis.
the minis are the things that I like to get now because the full ones, obviously, I don't need all those
nice spot of it. Bite size.
Yeah,
Not a big bagel.
That goes better like if you have
Yeah.
a couple of people want to grab this.
do the full variety. Get the
That's
beautiful
it's got my name on it.
sesame looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
The coffee, the everything looks plain. And one of the markers of a, I guess, what you would call authentic deli is do they have the toppings on both sides? Because some of these places now you just see it on the top,
No.
but you guys roll it,
We did
get them all over a
Yep.
good coating of whatever the thing on everything, seasoning, on the sesame, the coffee. I love it all here.
More
All right.
seats in the area.
Talk about the conditions because that's
Hey, Goldberg, you're on the roll. Mickey, you're on the roll. You hit 3 homers, the last 3 at bats. Go ahead.
the potato knish, homemade. We got potatoes, onions. The other ones like salad, meat, corned beef, salami.
so it's kind of like a little, oh, yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit
a
of
little
all
bit.
kinds of
Little
different
bit.
meats. Again,
This is it?
the flakiness
started.
Eggshells,
Yeah. This is stuff that you don't find at any other or every
Those are
other deli.
homemade. We make them.
Homemade, house-made, home fresh, a few times a week, so you can see them right in the case. They sell out. I know sometimes they come in. One of my favorites is that I love a pasta, but I also love the potato and spinach. Usually the potato and spinach gets out quick. I come in and I you know, but you always restock them. Usually by the next,
Try to make them fresh
next
every
morning.
day.
Yeah.
Make them all good stuff.
Same with the bagels. Keep baking them all day warm. Try to keep them fresh.
Is there anything better than when you come in and they just throw them in the oven and they're still warm? You put them in the bag.
It's the thing.
It's all
You come Saturday and Sunday at 12 o'clock in a hot bagel.
What's your first batch? What do they usually?
Oh, 6 a.m.
6 a.m. and then you say second batch at like 10 or 8. Wow, okay.
On the weekend.
Those of you who want those hot, fresh 12 from the oven. 6, 8, 12. And yeah, I know on the weekends.
Try and shoot for like every 2 hours.
When I come in on the weekends, you have that constant turnover. So,
We'll try.
all right, guys. I really appreciate the hospitality, the time, the support. We love putting the good word out, for all the snowbirds that are coming back to town that are looking for their Sunday morning bagels with lox. Grandpa's Dania Beach is the place, but it has so much more. Great matzo ball soup, these tremendous sandwiches, Carnegie Deli brand meat for the corned beef pastrami, the turkey.
Turkey's out there.
Turkey is great. Like off the frame.
Yeah, it's all white.
Yeah.
All white meat.
It's
Not dry.
And that's
Won't
for
get
those
stuck in your throat.
who are heart healthy, who don't want
You want
all
mayo to
the
stick to the turkey.
cholesterol.
Mayo, stick to the turkey.
If
baby.
you stick to the turkey, but I guess next time I should hold the liver.
All the pickles, all the liver.
That's it. All good. All right, we'll take
Thanks, guys.
our final break for the day and come back with Defo to wrap up another edition of
Thanks,
Lunchbox
guys.
from Grandpa's.
You like pizza? Who doesn't like pizza? Well, my spot for pizza is the Pizza Spot. It's in that little bit hard to find Riverside Park neighborhood of Fort Lauderdale, but it's totally easy to love. It's at 601 Southwest 12th Avenue, New Haven style, a pizza from Wade and Reese. It's a lovely outdoor spot. You could also pick up pies to go at 754-779-7788, 754-779-7788. Again, they're open every day but Monday for lunch and dinner. Some of the best pizza I've ever had. Go to Pizza Spot. They also have subs, salads, and more. Tell them the Gambling Gourmet sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, that's my spot. It's upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you.
Working the board. We're trying to get through a beautiful Tuesday, warm. I did my walk of life. I have my microphone.
How many miles are you going now?
Today I just did 2.5. I
2.5. All right.
Well, Tuesday is my tough day because we got the Best of Delray Beach company-wide Zoom meeting, so I have to cut it short. And then we had the remote. And speaking of Dick Steen, he was really feeling bad that he didn't invite you guys, and he extended the invitation. He's texted me like Saturday afternoon. He goes, "Now I'm really feeling bad," because he listened to the Friday show and you were moping like a
not
little
that we've
dog.
given him any number of free plugs here on the show. I mean, we have our paying sponsors. No, I don't know. No, it's all good. Well, we're okay with Dick Steen. I love Dick Steen.
Tension.
Dick Steen is a spirited guy, the kind of guy you can't help but like.
I love Dick
He
Steen,
said,
actually.
invite Lubie, tell them they can come up. This is on Saturday. And I said, you had the plans with the whole wedding. I know that Mustang.
If
Or
it's,
maybe you
is it
didn't have
today?
plans.
Is it
Maybe
today?
Maybe I should have invited you.
It already happened, or was it today?
No. The dinner party with Tom Tanazzini that was for a guy's 60th birthday.
Tanazzini's cooking,
Tanazzini was
and
cooking.
everything's on a
A
house.
lot of leftovers.
When
You
was this?
definitely
This
wanna
was
be
this
there.
weekend?
Huh? Yeah, it was this past Saturday. But
Oh, I could
tonight
have gone actually.
we have
So
another
thanks.
Best of Delray Beach a party. We just like throwing parties and getting together. This time it's going to be at the Warren down in it's at West Atlantic. Was it Boulevard Avenue? I always get them confused, but Delray Beach, Atlantic Avenue, West. It's by the Turnpike exit, the Warren. It's like this nice cocktail lounge and restaurant, and we're going to be there.
You can have the diet
and you know what?
rounds.
Those
No, they're all diets.
my intel tells me the group that the Glommers are going to be back, and they might be a little rumble.
At the same place.
There might be a rumble tonight.
I love that.
How could that be? That's not coincidence.
I have sources telling me that they put up on their group page that we're having another event. It happens to be at the same place and time that Delray Beach is. And these women, they're chutzpah. There's going to be a rumble tonight.
They're snoring in for the free drink.
Right, and they're going to set up their little shop in behind. But tonight we are going to put our foot down. We don't care if they go blast us on social media, because then they've got me as the social media rapid fire response team. So if anybody badmouths us for throwing them out tonight, if they try to pull,
it might be worth going up there just to see this.
If they behave, if they don't put on their name tags and put up their displays in the middle of our, our shindig. If they just join and mingle with the rest of us, that's fine. Everybody's welcome to do that. That's what a gathering is all about. But if you're going to go off in your own little group and put up your own signs, but glom onto our drinks that we had arranged,
that was ice cold.
Then there's going to be trouble. And I'm going to explain to people that this is the second time that they're going to pull these shenanigans.
No, you need to call these people out, Mike Mayo. In fact, you need to throw them out, call them out, and make sure nobody ever signs up for this group again.
Not their group, not ours. We want
because that's insane. I mean, that really is.
Download the app, Best of Delray, Best of Local on the
But they know they're poaching in on a freebie. It is worse than a guy grabbing your racing form and then walking off and going, "Hey, Lou, I got one."
It's pretty shameless.
Yeah.
But, there is plenty of people in South Florida who do not lack in the chutzpah department. And but what are you going to do?
How come you haven't, indulged
He's been very behaved. It's
and
very
engaged
funny.
in this locks and capers? I know that's one of your favorites. I really want to see how you put this together, and then
But do you really think a turkey and liver goes with smoked salmon?
No, but I mean, you never put any consideration into that in the past.
They said, the guy over there said this is called a Miami Beach or something like that.
A Miami Beach?
When you put turkey and liverwurst, because I guess the older
not liverwurst,
people,
chopped liver.
Chopped liver.
And
I don't know that anybody under 100 has ever had this sandwich, Michael. For a guy that's always being critical about age.
Mark Goldberg, who was just in that chair, explained to people that this is a classic deli sandwich that he's seen at places like Sarge's Deli,
Carnegie,
and the Carnegie Deli.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
That it's not some monstrosity that just came into my head when I was
an evil creation of the food
experimenting
critic.
with drugs and hallucinogens. This was something that is actually a thing in a classic deli lore. It's not everybody's thing. Not everybody likes chopped liver. I happen to like it, and I think it goes with this. So, all right. So now you're going to goad me into doing a little
you have to try.
spread.
I took the potato knish. I don't know if there's another one there.
No, I don't want the knish. I want a little
You're
bit
going to do some
there you go.
bagel?
All right, you're going to do a little bagel and lox.
bagel,
All right, so here's the Mayo process here.
So
because you have these beautiful tomatoes.
Yeah,
you have the hummus, you have the guacamole,
so
you
what
have
I
cream
want to do
cheese,
is
and a nice pile of lox here that really
I want to try
looks
his
really,
hummus
really good.
because I've never had that. And I'm going to
Hummus, okay.
with something, again, I didn't
All
put
right.
my fingers through the hummus.
That's
Which
fine.
is
You
very
did fine.
surprising.
There's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with what you just did.
Surprised you didn't just lick it out of the cup.
I was going to say, for you, that's a nice, you didn't do this. That was a nice move.
All right,
I'm
what do you
okay
think
with
there,
it. How
Mike?
is
Mayo?
it?
The
Very
hummus.
nice creamy
Yeah?
hummus.
Is this all your bagel?
No, you
Yeah.
can
I was going to rip a little bit.
That's
I want
all
to try the
you?
hummus now,
Okay.
too. You
All
made
right.
me
Then I want to try a
intrigued in
little
this
swipe
hummus.
of this guacamole mixture,
I like
which I've
that.
never had
Very good.
before. I'm gonna
Mike
go in
Mayo
there.
guacamole on a bagel, which is a new concept also, I guess. But
Yeah, kids today.
does it go good with lox? I mean, is that the deal?
The kids
Guacamole?
today, they do the avocado toast.
All right, you
Getting a
smear
little
all that.
dripping.
All right, here we go. Mike Mayo.
It's all right. I mean, not my thing.
Okay.
But the kids today, my daughter, she loves avocado toast. So that might be to her liking. I'm the classic, where's my knife? I need my knife.
I do have a knife.
Yeah.
Well, no one licked this. So
How
you
about
go
this
for
meat
it.
knish? You're not going to try that, or is that kasha? It looks like it might be
No, it's
a
meat.
kasha.
It's a mixed meat knish. It
Mixed
says
meat?
it has
Okay.
the corned
Yeah, but
beef.
I
Oh,
think
there are
it's
a couple
corned
of
beef hash
potatoes on there.
knish. Like, why did you guys tell me I was wrong?
No, it's got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I know Lubie was going to dive in on that.
Well, I'm going to cut it
Fantastic.
for beef. I don't really
This
need
is
to.
very
I'm-
exciting for the viewing
my
public to
appetite
watch
is
me assemble a bagel.
All right.
with,
Well, I mean, what's the process
well,
here?
my
You're
process
the food
is-
critic for the Sun Sentinel, for
Well, I'm
God's
going
sake.
to take a little bit of. I'm using my fork and not my fingers. I
And,
had a bit of
that's a straight
spillage.
pile of lox there? Are you kidding me?
I
As part of the
guess.
platter?
It's crazy, but look, we got this.
All right.
A
very
lot
good.
of capers.
Oh, look at you.
Now I already have my onions with my liver, so I'm not going to do any liver and onions. The tomatoes look beautiful.
Tomatoes are great.
I'm
Tomatoes
going to
are
have
gorgeous.
to take a little piece of tomato on a corner of this. So
Just
I'm
take
going
the
to
whole
take.
tomato.
Well, I don't want the whole tomato. I just want a little piece. But
And
All
you,
right.
I told you that looks very much like corned beef hash. So why?
yeah,
why-
no, it is corned beef hash in,
Oh,
the
okay.
knish. You're
That's what I
correct.
thought.
China,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
You're
guys are looking
correct.
at me like I'm a
That's a new
lunatic.
one on
Stand
me.
corrected. He in his meat knish, he puts a little bit of like the
All
corned
right.
beef
So
hash.
after having the
That's a nice little
turkey
thing.
and liver sandwich, Mike Mayo
and now
now.
I'm going in.
a
This is
bagel, lox,
completely
cream cheese
ridiculous
schmear.
combination. It's like the frat boy who drinks the
Here we
beer,
go.
Every kind
wine,
of alcohol.
vodka, and then the tequila.
All right, we need,
This
uh,
is me going with the turkey and liver, going to the
we,
smoked
we need a
salmon.
review. We need
All
some
right,
kind
I love
of
it.
criticism here, critique.
Well, I had this last time. It's great. They do a really good, nice
Perfect,
Nova
yeah.
spread. Yeah.
That's it. That's the classic bite.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
And you're with
No,
capers.
no. What would be your go-to thing at
Nova.
Grandpa's? When you come in here, is this going to be it from now on? Or, I mean, do you have a standard?
I think
you
he
come
switches
by?
it up a lot. I think he's good about that.
It depends on whether I'm coming for lunch or breakfast or brunch.
Yeah.
My usual thing, and I come in here
Chinese.
sometimes on the weekends with my daughter at about 10 o'clock before she goes to work across the street.
Nice.
And we'll usually split, like we'll get some, an omelet and a bagel with some lox and split and mix and match. Sometimes she's into the French toast and gets the sweet things. So, but usually it's on the breakfast and bagel and fish side of the street. But sometimes I come in here and grab some soup from my mom. And then if
I'm
I do
surprised
that,
you
I'll-
didn't get the matzo ball soup.
Well, we had it last time. He's
we had it
switching it
last
up.
time. We're trying to, show the diversity of the menu, and they've got all these different things, including your favorite, the turkey and liver.
One thing we haven't done yet, and we're coming, so that's what's cool. You can plan to try some other stuff. What the guy had the last time. Like I'm a big
the omelets.
breakfast sandwich guy,
Yeah,
but he had
wow.
an omelet on a sandwich, which looked ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
So we may have to mental
That
note for
corned beef
next
hash
time.
knish, by the way, is
Isn't it
excellent.
good?
That's very good.
tried it. All right,
Very
good.
good,
Depot's happy.
Yeah.
How's that potato still?
Potatoes
Oh,
awesome.
that's great.
I
They've
mean,
got the fried onions
top-notch,
that they
yeah.
blend
Yep,
into it.
yep,
That
yep,
really
yep.
the
makes
filling
it.
in this is as good as any knish I've had, and I kind of like the. I'm going mayo in this. I mean, I like the little bit of the crunch that's there with the
Gotta have the crunch.
the dough. Yeah.
No, and again, these talking about with the Marx brothers, Mark Goldberg, Mark Fried, and just about they take pride. I mean, they're hand rolling the bagels themselves. These are two bagel veterans, and they're struggling to find staffing as much as anybody. So
Yeah.
Goldberg just came back from a summer up in Long Island and New York, but this week he's been hard at work and he's rolling all these bagels. They do the mini bagels and they bake them fresh, and you get them like 3 batches every day. Especially the weekend mornings, they come out hot and fresh. There's nothing better than a hot, fresh bagel
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
And you
You're
get those
right on the
here
money there.
all the time. All right, so let's talk. I don't know how much time we have left.
About
but
5 minutes left.
5 minutes. Let's talk a little sports in terms of the Heat, because I had no idea that they even really started. And I guess
They haven't yet.
Have they started?
what's going on? Are they still partying? Are they still in summer vacation mode? They've been losing some games, right?
The one game they won was versus the Raptors, where they had a double-digit lead into the fourth and won by 3. They then played the Raptors again yesterday and were demolished. And they have not looked good. And a lot of Heat fans were sort of frustrated that they didn't go and make any moves. They were rumored to get every big name guy. They didn't get any of them.
It's kind of unusual because usually they're not a team that stands pat, even though Pat Riley has been
Pun intended, exactly.
the ringmaster.
The one
there.
time they did it was a disaster. Remember when they signed all those guys? They had that remarkable season where they're like 11 and 30,
Deion
and then they
Waiters
went like
and
30 and
Olenek.
11, and then they
Whiteside.
kept everybody. Deion Waiters and all of these guys who were horrible,
Yep.
and they
James
gave
Johnson.
big money. And actually, one of Riley's assets is that he's just as good of getting rid of dead weight as he is acquiring top talent.
Yeah.
Right.
He unloaded Shaq when Shaq's contract was a brick. He was finished, $60 million left on him, and he managed to get rid of all of those guys. But that was the one time he stood pat, and it was a mistake.
Yep.
This time they lost P.J. Tucker, which a lot of people. We had your buddy Scoop Skolnick, who's a real Heat, a very
Aficionado.
knowledgeable
Yes.
guy.
This is great.
And he said, wow, that's a joke. I mean, that everybody's screaming about that. But defensively, they're not very good this year, from what I've seen.
Yes.
So that might be a missing
and
link.
that's a little weird because you think a Spoelstra coach team, they stress defense. And what's going on with Tyler Hero? Is he going to end up being one of those long-term contract busts because he's too busy?
He's played well. The funny
No.
thing is, he and Butler have played well. The issue has been everyone else.
Okay.
Lowry hasn't been good. Oladipo was supposed to be healthy for the first time in a Heat uniform. He's not healthy, and now he may have an injury that's forever.
There's only like 800 games or what? 81? How many games are in an NBA
There's 78
season?
more games.
78
They're 1
more
and 3.
games. So I don't think it's time to panic yet, but you always are a little bit disturbed by the sluggish starts. Somebody tell me how my favorite team, the Panthers, are doing so far. The
They've actually done
Florida
well.
Panthers. Yeah,
They haven't been great.
they're not doing well, or they are doing well.
No, they've been all right. They're like 3-1.
Okay,
Yeah, the Panthers
Three
are
and
being
4 and 1. 4 and
Again,
1.
one of my
4-1 and
things
1.
is
Yeah.
I don't pay much attention to the regular season in these sports where the regular season is essentially meaningless.
Forever, yeah.
And that's going to be my new motto when it comes to baseball, too, right? Because
Yeah.
have we ever seen a postseason where the regular season has been so meaningless? Where you have like essentially was what a 4th or 5th place team in the NL.
Phillies
comes
were the
out-
last team to get in
Yeah.
the NL.
The
Okay.
Astros, they'll
They were
represent
great.
the cream of the crop.
Right.
They won 106 games.
Yeah, but they're cheaters, so they should be disqualified right off the bat.
possibly.
The
yeah.
fact that they beat the Yankees, though, that's okay in my book. I do like to hate the Yankees when I'm not rooting for them.
Yankee fans really are, they not only suffer immensely, but they're insufferable.
They
with
are,
their
but-
complaining.
But you got to like the way they laid it on Ted Cruz when he came out to the
That
game.
was a great
Talk
clip.
about chutzpah.
That was a
to
great
come
clip.
into Yankee Stadium for a potential clinching game when you're the senator from Texas who is basically
Despised in
coming
New York.
there
Yeah.
to root on the Houston, the visiting team in Yankee Stadium. That's a tall order in itself, even if you're just an anonymous person. But if you're Ted Cruz, that is really kind of
that
taking your
state.
life in your hands. And I saw some
If
video.
it was
where-
Jose Cruz, you might have been able to accept it. But,
yeah, but he,
Not Ted.
man, he got pelted with some verbal brickbats there.
I thought that was classic.
That
it was the
is-
best thing that happened out of the series.
That
seeing
was
that
the
Ted
one
Cruz get
thing
cursed
that
out.
that Yankee fans actually got a little bit of satisfaction that night. But all right, so we're deep in the heart of
One more minute.
all the seasons now, and we've got the
Yes.
World Cup coming up. Sonny is salivating; he loves the World Cup, and
He's the only
saying,
guy I think in town besides Phil Shane.
Well, I pay
And Ray
attention
Hudson.
to it.
I'm
and it
excited.
is-
It's just when it's happening this
Well,
time.
the thing is, it's going to give us a lot of opportunity for the Lunchbox and with Nikki Bohan Visit Lauderdale to check out like all these different teams and countries that are
Yep.
participating.
Yep.
Each of them will have a hotspot in Broward
Yep.
County where they're going to be, there's that type of cuisine and the clientele. There'll be lots of fans. I remember I love when Brazil goes deep because there's all these Brazilian restaurants and bars up in Pompano Beach.
Favorite though is Nikita's, which is a Croatian sports bar.
Okay.
No, I made up the name
Oh,
of that
okay.
place. But
Mayo
I mean, where do you go to watch
Mayo
Croatia
believed
play
you.
soccer? I mean,
There's a
The
app for
Croats,
that, or
man,
there's a
they're
spot for that.
very
We're
strong.
gonna find out.
they might
And
make a run.
we're gonna give a rundown, I guess, food wise, of which groups have the best cuisine. We're gonna do as
That'd
we
be great. Well,
get
what is
closer to the World
typical
Cup.
of Croatian food? Do you
Croatian food. I don't know. Probably beer and white bread. So
know? Oh,
that's
there
it.
you go. That's the end of the
No,
show.
that's where I was. Czech Republic once. All I had that was
Beer and white
edible
bread?
was beer and white bread, and it was pretty good beer.
All right.
Anyway,
At least you had a beer.
that's going to do it for today. Thanks for tuning in. We're here at Grandpa's. Come check it out for yourself if you like that good traditional New York bagels and deli fare down here in Dania Beach. For the
Turkey
two
and liver, a
Marx
new one.
brothers, Mark Freed, Mark Goldberg, thanks for the hospitality. From Mike Lubie Lubitz, he's very stressed with the move. I hope everything goes well. Jeff Defo at the Forest, take 95 back. US 1, a little heavily trafficked.
Going
today.
back, it might not be so bad.
Remember to enjoy every turkey and chopped liver sandwich. We'll see you tomorrow from Southport, Roebuck.